All right, time to save students. So let's just go back to create, and all I have to do is, I already have a submit, but submit what? Submit component. Why isn't it showing? Submit. There you go. We'll just, add a submit button. Very simple. Submit. Here it is. And it's gonna say submit, and it already has the style and everything. All right. So time to handle data. So create is gonna happen here. Everything's gonna happen in this component. Create component that is made of some other components. That's what I love about React. So let's just do a submit handler. Handle submit, and it's gonna have an event argument, and I want this to prevent the default behavior, which is sending the data and refreshing the page or going somewhere else. But we're using JavaScript, baby. So okay, we don't have to do that. So let's do just get the names here. The name of this is students. I already have it here. Name students. I just wanna get a variable for students, and that is going to be target students value in capital. Just trim this and see what I get. Console log students when I submit this form. On submit, say handle submit. Awesome. Just give it a try. Let's say Juan and Maria, and I submit and I get Juan and Maria. I get the string. But in my previous project, I had a function which I'm not gonna think of to yeah, here it is. I had a function to create students, actually to convert a string into an array, and I'm just gonna copy it. Here it is, students array. Sure, I'm just gonna copy it. So I'm not gonna do my work twice. I already have many functions established. So what does this do? I get the student string. I split each new line that I use. It's gonna split and make an array. Make a new array, and it's gonna filter the students that are empty. I mean, for example, if I do this, it's not gonna include this blank element into the new array, and it's gonna trim it just in case I have no spaces here. Let's show you how that works. Students array. For example, if I have Joaquin here, it's not gonna show empty, empty, empty. It's gonna show me exactly three, an array with, and if I finish here, it's gonna show me an array with exactly three elements, which is what's there. If I don't have these chain methods here, it will show me 6 elements, but it's gonna show me only 3. All right. Okay, let's see. Students with capital, remember. Let's just do it again. And it skipped. Okay, let's fix that. It's showing me an empty string, which is against what I just said. Student length filter only the students whose length is greater than 0, and it's giving me an empty array here. I mean an empty element. Okay, student length is not this. Again, what about this? Again, students. Maybe I need to trim this first. Student trim. length. Oh my god, I didn't change length. Student trim student is not equal to this. There you go. All right, so that's it. I trim the student, and if it's not equal to an empty string, it's gonna give it to me. Sure, let's just give it another test. Should show me only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is good for the front end, but of course I need to do some validation in the back end. All right, so I got students array, and now I need to create a slice for students, which is actually created here. And I'm gonna copy the one that I already had. Why do things twice? I'm just gonna copy paste this. And I'm using Redux, and what this is gonna do is do the different operations for reading a student, reading students, creating students, and actually this changes because I don't have students main here in the endpoint. I just have students. That's it, no more. Post, update student, yeah, and delete student. Yeah, it's consistent with what I have. Let's just see if where API slice is coming from. API slice. Where is it though? Where's API slice here? I think it's almost in the same place, but like this. And now, yep, these ones are yellow. So that means I can export them. All right. So let's go back to the front. Oh my god. Oh yeah, this is not it. This is the old one. This is the new one. Okay, so when I create a student, okay, let's see. Read all students is here. So far, I have a couple students here. Let me just see here. Let's go back to the endpoint. I got these students. Let's make it big. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 students. That's what's going to show up when I create a new student. It's going to refresh everything and add it. And it's actually caching data. That's why I love the Redux toolkit for that purpose. So let's close everything. Go back to create. And now I can actually import the mutation function, which is create students. Use create students mutation. All right, this is gonna be for this function over here. So if I remember, this is the result. Let's just go back to the, I was gonna say documentation, but I already did this here. So let's see, create students. This offers another, is it is result? I'm sure this offers another, what the heck, let's go to the documentation. React, what? Redux toolkit mutation, query mutation, I already have it here. So let's just go back to, let's see the documentation. And okay, the slice. I need to use this in, it's got a result. Actually, it's not, doesn't have a name or a property because it's an array. So I'll just have to write result, no more. So let's just create students. This is the old one. And I'm going to say const result. Actually, the name of the function, which is create students. And the result of creating students. And I'm going to use create students mutation. And it shouldn't throw any errors if everything's correct. It's not throwing any errors. No students. Okay, and I want to see the using a use effect hook, the use effect hook. I want to see all the changes in result. Console log result. I haven't sent anything, so the result is uninitialized. Of course, it's not loading successfuls, but once I send all this data, and what is the data I'm gonna send when I create students? That's a good question. Let's go to the endpoint that I created, create students. It's gonna send an array of names. That's it. That's all it's gonna send, an array of names, only with students in it. So just close this, go back over here, go to the slice and see that it has a body. Create students here, a body. The URL students. That's it. So let's see the API slice to make sure everything's set up correctly. Yes, localhost 5000. And let's go back to create. And now I'm going to be able to use this function, create students, and the body. All I have to do is put the body here, and the body is going to be students equals to the students array. That's it. If this is successful, I'm going to see some maybe success message here. I'm seeing an error. Okay, let's see. Use effects. Yeah, it should be in an array. There you go. So I should be able to see some success function here. And when I go back to read all, I'll see my new students here. The new students that I type, I'll have to see them here. So far I got this Diana or Diana is the last one. But I'm gonna create some new ones. So let's give it a try. New students, leave space and everything. I'm just gonna put Peter Pan. Oh my god, why did I come up with that name? And I'm gonna say Batman, Superman. I'm not making fun of my students. I just came up with these names. Alright, this is sure. So apparently I'm gonna get these names. These are gonna be saved to the database once I click on submit. Let's see if everything's set up correctly. I guess, let's see. So pending, and it was rejected. Something happened. Let's go back to, nothing happened here. Rejected, pending, and there was an error. Let's see the error. There's an error. Though it says created, parsing error. Expected created is not a valid. Oh, I see what the problem is. So since I didn't return any JSON here when I create the resource, let me see. So I have to show you the front, the back end. Since I didn't in the routes, I didn't. I just sent the status number, which is this one right here. Here it is, 201, and I didn't send any JSON response. That's why it's showing an error. But actually, everything worked perfectly. And if I go, I'll prove that to you. If I say read all, because I see this number here. Now, when I click on send here, I'm gonna see the new students here, my new superhero students. Send. Here's Peter Pan. Here's Batman, and here's Superman. So it worked.